Welcome, and thank you for joining me on the mat today. Today's practice is a gentle prenatal yoga, and we're going to be doing all of our exercises either from our chair or from standing. So grab yourself your chair, a stool, a bench, something you can prop yourself up on comfortably, and we'll get started. So sit up tall through your spine. Kind of see if you can create a little bit more space for baby. Now let's just take some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose, allowing your rib cage and your chest to expand with each breath. Depending on how far along in your pregnancy you are, you still may have some space to breathe into your belly. I'll invite you to bring the breath down there as well. And with our breath during our pregnancy, it's very important that we start to focus on the pelvic floor. So as you take your inhale, your lungs and your diaphragm expand, pushing the pelvic floor down. As you exhale, the diaphragm relaxes, lungs shrink a little, so we can create more space, the pelvic floor lifts. So let's bring our awareness into that pelvic floor. Inhale, expand, pelvic floor drops. And exhale, pelvic floor lifts. Now this may be something very new for you, so you may not quite get the feeling for it yet, and that's perfectly all right. The more you do it, and the more you just focus inwards, think of what's happening inside you, you'll start to get a sense of what that pelvic floor is doing. And this pelvic floor is very important for labor and post-birth. Let's just take 2 more deep breaths. Again, focus on that pelvic floor. Now let's take a couple big shoulder rolls. We'll get more into our shoulders in just a minute as well. Opposite direction. Let's bring our hands together, fingers intertwined. We're going to take our seated cat-cow. So inhale, press your palms out and up. Perhaps look up at the ceiling as well. Then as you exhale, bring the hands back down, reverse the palms, reach the palms forward, look down at your lap. Kind of arching those shoulders and the spine. And then inhale, palms out and lift. And exhale, reverse the palms. And let's just flow through about 2 more with our breath. Very important that we're not holding the breath at any point during our exercises, that we're just letting it flow. Last one. And then inhale, release the hands. Give those shoulders a couple little rolls. Take some side bends. Let's release this left hand to the earth. Inhale, right arm up, and exhale, bend and reach, expanding that right side body. If you need the chair for support, if you feel like you're wobbling over, you can also just relax and stretch a little, but you can grab a chair or the bench for support. And inhale, come back to center, switch it up. Left hand reaches. Inhale back to center. We're going to take a few little twists here. Now, during pregnancy, it's very important that we're twisting from our shoulders and our head mainly. Your belly will move a little bit, but we're not focusing on twisting the belly. So our left hand is going to kind of grab the back of the chair, right hand to our opposite knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and then twist the shoulders and the neck towards the back. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Switch it out. Right hand behind, left hand to legs. And then shoulders and neck. Okay. Slowly unwind back to center. And we'll come into some standing exercise. So gently, slowly lift yourself up off the chair. If you've got a mat with you, we're going to go lengthwise down the mat. Let's start with our right foot going towards the top of the mat. Left foot facing the long edge of our mat. We're going to come into our warrior two. Now, in a regular warrior two, we want to be nice and long and extended. However, during pregnancy, we're already relaxed here. So we're going to take it in about a quarter. So we're only going about 3/4 of the way. We're going to bend into this right knee. My hips are facing towards the long edge of the mat. I'm going to take my hands out, shoulder height. Just sink into that knee. We'll bring a little movement in. So we're going to straighten this right leg. Inhale, lift. And exhale to sink. We're going to take 4 more. And just flowing with the breath. Not going too fast, but it doesn't need to be super slow. One more. And hold. Good. Relax arms to your hips. We're going to turn all 10 toes to the long edge of the mat. Before we get into the other side, let's take some forward folds. So wide legs, hips to the long edge, tall spine, and exhale, fold forward. Now don't come too far Don't come too far forward. We don't want our head below our heart. So you can come, a third to about halfway down, and then inhale back up. We're going to take 3. Exhale, fold. And inhale, lift. 1 more. Lovely. Let's take our warrior two on the other side. So a left toes towards the top of the mat. My right toes adjust a little bit. Bend into that left knee. Inhale the arms up. Hold here. And we'll bring in our movement. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, sink. One more. Sink and hold. Hands to your hips. Turn your feet in and bring your legs in a little bit closer. Still wider than hip distance or wider than shoulders. We're going to come into our goddess pose. Now, depending on your balance and your leg strength, you can take your arms wherever is comfortable for you. If that means keeping them on your hips, feel free to do so. You can also bring your hands to heart center or take them up to the ceiling. For our first set, we're just going to pulse in our goddess pose. So sink down, take 2 little pulses, and then rise back up. Think of keeping your chest towards the ceiling. You may find you have a tendency to lean forward a little. Now that's all right, but if you can, get your back a little bit taller, a little bit straighter. And again, don't think too far. We're not working on flexibility, we're just working on strength. All right, we're going to take 2 with a hold, but not a very long one. Hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up. Give it a little relax. And once more, sink and hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Give it a shake and bring those legs in all the way and take a little walk. Now we're taking some slow, deliberate walks where I'm really pressing into the toes on one foot and then switching to the other. Awesome. Let's take one more exercise from standing. And we'll just do some little chair poses. Again, short holds. So I'm going to have my feet about hip distance apart. So that means about 1.5 to 2 fists. If you're finding it's more comfortable with your belly to have your feet a little bit wider, feel free to do so. I'm going to bring my hands to heart center. Knees go over the toes. Sink your butt back, hold, and release. Again, your hands could be wherever you'd like, hips, heart center, or perhaps you're up for a challenge today, take them up. And sink and hold, and release. We'll only take 2 more. Last one. And release. Your hands are up, get them relaxed. Let's come back to our chair and we'll do one last hip exercise. So I'm going to straighten my left leg and then I'm going to cross my right leg over top, creating this figure 4 shape. And then I'm going to draw my left leg in a little bit. And again, sit up nice and tall. If you have space and it's comfortable for you, you can perhaps send your chest forward a little bit, getting a little deeper into the hips. But if this is already doing a lot for you, just hang out nice and tall. You can even straighten your leg as much as you need to. All right, to release, you can lean back a little, straighten that left leg, uncross. And if you need to, you can just give your legs a little bit of a windshield wiper, get some movement back into them. And let's switch to the other side. Right leg straight, left leg cross. And bring it in. Again, perhaps send the chest forward, perhaps not. And relax. Straighten the right leg to release. Give it some windshield wipers. All right. Plant the feet onto the earth. Really feel the feet grounding. Perhaps even push away just gently. Grow tall through the spine. Take a couple shoulder rolls, both directions. Perhaps nod your head side to side. Again, nice and slow. Take a deep inhale, reach the arms up, grow even taller. And as you exhale, bring the hands to heart center. I thank you for joining me on the mat today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.